our Constitution.
What you would say,
Yeah, it's supposed to be neutral. Innocent until proven guilty, but now it's been reversed. Guilty until proven innocent. That's not constitutional. And without our Constitution, the whole country is in a whole hard and anarchy. The people who are low income can get along. They get welfare and housing, but they don't get job creation.
Alright, rest of our vets, come on in. Back higher, come on up. Alright, sir, let's get you right here. Yeah, Allie's got it, Allie's got it. Allie. Hold on, Allie. Everybody else. Go to Ralph. Ralph.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman, and I'm here today with American veterans, retired law enforcement, and just law-abiding citizens who are here to support Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny is a Marine. He is a hero. He is somebody that was a good Samaritan and jumped to the cause of making this city a safer place. I'm joined here today with the veterans, retired law enforcement, and City Councilwoman Vicky Palladino to let the people of New York know that we feel that the prosecution of Daniel Penny is an outrage. It's a miscarriage of justice. And this is a problem that has existed in Manhattan since Alvin Bragg has been district attorney. It's not a problem in Staten Island. It's not a problem in Queens. It's not a problem in Brooklyn. It's not a problem in the Bronx. It's a problem here in Manhattan with a Manhattan district attorney. It's not a problem with Mayor Adams, who wants this to be a safer city. Again, it's somebody who should be the chief law enforcement officer of Manhattan, but he puts the rights of criminals over those of law-abiding citizens and victims of crimes. Why am I here today as the Nassau County Executive? I'm here because every day tens of thousands of Nassau County residents commute to New York City to do jobs, to explore entertainment, to go to cultural sites, to enjoy everything that Manhattan has to offer. But I'm worried about them. I'm worried about our Nassau County residents. Just think of it. Good Samaritans should be encouraged. Good Samaritans should be an important part of the fabric of our community. But here we have Daniel Penny, a good Samaritan, who's being prosecuted for coming to the aid of his fellow Americans who were riding the subway in a peaceful manner. And Jordan Neely, as police reported, and as witnesses have stated, was making all kinds of comments and acting in a violent manner that made the people who were riding the subway feel unsafe. And Daniel Penny and other Good Samaritans came to his rescue. Let's look at both sides of the ledger. Daniel Penny, age 24, United States Marine Corps veteran. Let's look on the other side of the ledger. Jordan Neely, age 30, 42 arrests. In 2021, it's alleged that he punched a 67-year-old woman right in the face. Compare the two. First of all, how is it that someone who has 42 arrests is out walking the streets of Manhattan? We are here for Daniel Penny because he did the right thing. He was a man of courage. He cared about his community. He cared about his fellow subway riders. He cared enough to get involved. And isn't that what we want? Isn't that what we want, to have good people get involved and make us safer?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
The police can't be everywhere all the time, so we have to depend on good people, on people of courage, on good Samaritans. And that's what Daniel Penny was. We're calling on Alvin Bragg to stop this senseless prosecution of a good Samaritan, of a United States Marine veteran, of someone who cared about his community. Stop it now. Alvin Bragg, you know that as a matter of law, you cannot get a conviction. You do not have probable cause to arrest this man. There is reasonable doubt as a matter of law. Just listen to the witnesses. And it's very clear that Daniel Penny did nothing wrong. So I'm here today to lend my support because of my concern for the tens of thousands of Nassau County residents who come into Manhattan every day. We need a district attorney in Manhattan that upholds the law, that values law-abiding citizens over criminals. With that, we'd like to hear now from City Council Member Vicky Palladino. Vicky?
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good morning.
Once again, I find myself in a situation where I have to get behind a mic and start to talk about how somebody with mental illness and the system has failed them. The situation is certainly a sad one for all involved. It's sad for Mr. Neely, who has been failed by the system that should have gotten him off the street and gotten him the mental services that he deserved and desperately needed. It's sad for all New Yorkers who are continuously victimized by those like Mr. Neely. It's sad for Mr. Penny, who took the action to protect the people who were threatened on the train that day. Mr. Penny served our country. His instincts were to protect and defend. Those instincts carried over onto the subway that day when he took action while others stood back and took out their phones and recorded the event. Mind you, the people that had assisted Mr. Penny were made up of many different races. I stand with Mr. Penny. He does not deserve how he is being treated. This certainly was clearly self-defense and defense of the people that were threatened that day on that subway. I pray that Mr. Penny receives a fair trial in a borough of Manhattan where we have an over-politicized DA, Alvin Bragg, who puts criminals over law-abiding citizens each and every day. The system failed Neely, and the system better not fail Penny. He better get the trial, the free trial he deserves. I stand with my veterans. I serve on the Veterans Committee. And this is what it's all about. Fair and equal all the way around. Neely gets the help he should have gotten, and Penny gets the trial that he shouldn't even be prosecuted for. This is unnecessary. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman. So, again, why are we here? Why am I here? I'm worried about the Nassau County residents who come in here. A good general does not leave the wounded on the battlefield. A Marine does not leave a fellow Marine wounded on the battlefield. That's why our veterans are here today. And I'm proud to have one of our representatives from Nassau County, someone I went to high school with. He left high school at an early age to join the Marines and serve this country with honor in Vietnam. My dear friend, Marine Donnie Steiner. Let's hear it for Donnie!
First and foremost, I would like to thank Mr. Blakeman and Ms. Palladino for their unwavering support in this event today, and their staff and friends from Nassau County. As many of us behind us here, behind me, many of us left high school. We signed up in the Marine Corps, Army, Navy when we were 18 and 19 years old. Just as Mr. Daniel Penny did out of high school, he signed up and served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps, getting out with the rank of sergeant after 4 years. He was acclimating himself to civilian life, looking for work in an integrity way, and he stepped up to the plate when he saw something was wrong. He took the oath of this country to protect it, and that's what he did. It was a tragic day. He didn't want it to end that way, but it did. I want the Penny family to know that the Marines and other veterans have your back and will always be there for you. Thank you.
So, let's hear it for Daniel Penny. Come on, let's make some noise for Daniel Penny.
We will fight our country's battles on the American sea. For the fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to wear the title of the United States Marines.
Once a Marine, always a Marine, and we also thank those Army, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and Merchant Marine veterans, and all the retired law enforcement that are here today to support Daniel Penny. Do we have any questions from the media? I did not hear Mayor Adams say that. Mayor Adams did not say that. Nassau County is not a sanctuary county. Nassau County is not a sanctuary county.
Anyone else? Yeah, right here.
That's the answer. If you are listening to the people that are here with me, they're proud Americans. They love their country. They are from diverse communities. We in Nassau County love people from all races, all religions, all ethnic groups. We embrace the diversity that brings us together as Americans. And what you're hearing here is love and patriotism. What you're hearing over there is hate speak. Big difference. There should be no prosecution. Mr. Penny was a good Samaritan. He was doing the right thing. This is more, yes, we do. This is enough of politics in Manhattan. We've had enough of it. Treat people fairly, evenly, and that's justice. How about Jose Alba, the Bodega Club? How about him?
That's right.
Can I ask a question?
Would you encourage other New Yorkers who feel threatened on the subway also self-defense?
That was not vigilante action. That was a good Samaritan.
Would you encourage others?
Back up. Everybody back up in the middle.
What's your stance on other people out there taking justice into their own hands?
Well, first of all, the NYPD is a great police department. They do a great job each and every day. We can't thank the men and women of the New York Police Department enough. They're terrific, and they can't be every place all the time. So if you see somebody in distress, if you see somebody being mugged, somebody being raped, somebody being threatened, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you should act. You are within your rights to act. Well, I think that basically we do have a mental health problem, and in Nassau County we're spending money on expanding our mental health services and our services for people with drug addiction and alcoholism, because it is a big problem. And people who are mentally ill, people who have emotional issues, government has a role in providing some kind of help for them, and I don't think there's enough of it. I think it's a nationwide epidemic, and I think we have to address it. Well, I can't speak for New York City's policy, but I can tell you we're expanding our mental health services in Nassau County, and we're providing those types of services because we realize there's a need.
I think we're good.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Anything else? Last question.
I didn't say Jordan Neely is guilty, but let me ask you a question. He was arrested 42 times. Were all of those arrests wrong?
I've been stopped for speeding. Does that mean I should be stranded?
Listen to me.
Hey, put someone on the subway the day before. Last question.
Excuse me.
On the subway the day before, and then there's a polling.
I think Alvin Bragg should stop politicizing law enforcement. He should carry out the law. He's making a terrible mistake here. Anybody who is fair-minded, regardless of race, religion, ethnic group, a fair-minded person would look at the facts and say there is absolutely no reason to prosecute Daniel Penny.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, good job.
I know, it's the worst. So, yeah.